intro video, by the way. All right, it's Fright Night with Ferocious feed. We're going to be talking about Ready or Not. Yes, we will mention Ready or Not too, but we're not going to give out spoilers or anything like that. But we will tell you if it's worth it to watch it. So how's everybody been doing? Because we haven't had a podcast in a couple weeks because people have been sick. We need updates.
Yeah, so I'll go first, I guess. I got the con crud. I went to Monster Mania, and even though the Friday night wasn't overly packed, somehow got the con crud. So kind of took me out for a little, but feeling a lot better. Only got the ear infection going on now, so I'm good. Uh, Met Linda Hamilton, who was a bucket list of mine. She was super nice and sweet. I met Ethan, forget his last name, from Scream 7, Vegas Vacation, Can't
Was it
Hardly
Embry?
Wait.
Is
Yeah,
it Embry or Embry or something?
yeah. He's a riot. He was probably one of my top 10 meets. So much fun, down to earth. So recommend meeting him. And yeah, just had a nice little relaxing weekend. So just kind of watching movies and not much else. It's been a while since I watched this one, so it was almost like re-watching it for the first time again.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it didn't come out like a long time ago or anything. And my puppy's got one more graduation this Sunday if she passes, so fingers crossed she passes puppy school, and keep you posted for next week.
Puppy school.
Puppy school. They make you like do all these commands. Well, the dog, not you, but like she has to sit, stay, greet other dogs, leave stuff. So,
that would be funny if the owners had to do that too.
well, it's been work training her and stuff. So, yeah. So reflect. It's like we don't have kids, but I'd imagine this is what it's like having kids and like watching them on a play or something. Like when they use her for an example, it's like, Sydney, come up. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, don't do anything stupid. Don't embarrass me. And she usually does. So it's good. Humbles me. So yeah, other than that, it's good to be back and gonna talk about a fun movie.
All right. What about you, Silent?
Well, first off, it's great to be back. It's been a few weeks. So looking forward to talking about this one, of course. But yeah, no, I went on my travels and then proceeded to I got sick during the travels, which sucked. I think actually, hold on, thinking about the timeline. Okay, I wasn't with you guys a couple weeks ago either because my basement flooded. so we'll rewind a little bit. Yeah, so my basement flooded. I got to pull up a whole bunch of carpet and try and air everything out so we wouldn't end up with damage. That was super awesome. And everything is still in a state of just disarray down here in this area. So I'm going to have to start working on that when I get some free time. But then went on some work travel. And then during the work travel, I got, I don't know, gonorrhoepicephalus simplex 6 or whatever shit was traveling around throughout the airports and the planes. And came home to find out that a new wave of whatever sickness had started hitting this area too. And so now like everyone is sick and I'm still kind of under the weather, but I'm slowly recovering. But yeah, just happy to be back. Been playing a bunch of Resident Evil. Ended up finishing Resident Evil Requiem, which was freaking awesome. Did a second run through on that and then jumped over to Resident Evil 3 as well. Just enjoying some horror games and also some movies when I can. I came in just at the right time that like because my flight didn't show up here and I didn't get home until like 8 or 9 o'clock on Friday last week, and we watched Friday the 13th Part 2 on Friday the 13th, so that was cool. But yeah, besides that, I've just been trying to catch up after being gone for a little bit. What about you, Fuzzy?
Oh, Man, for the most part, just been between playing some games. Also played Resident Evil Requiem, which if you're a horror fan in gaming, definitely check it out. You get to play one of two protagonists, and if you like the creepy sneaking around the corner, afraid of everything trying to kill you aspect, you'll definitely like that part of the game. Or if you just want to feel like you're a badass and can kick zombie butt, there's a part for that as well. So definitely something worthwhile checking out. Other than that, been just doing my homework on camera related stuff because we got a filming thing that we're going to be doing early next month. I'm pretty sure Fee will get into that or into more detail here shortly. But yeah, playing some games, doing homework, and yeah, ready to talk about this movie. Like was mentioned earlier, got to see part 2 yesterday. Really good. Definitely recommend it, especially if you're a fan of this first one. It's definitely worthwhile seeing part 2, but we're just going to talk about part 1 for today. And well, you'll hear my score towards the end of this. But Fee, what have you been up to this past week?
So a lot has happened. I won an argument between me and Fuzzy. That was really exciting.
Oh boy, here we go.
What? It was really exciting.
For you.
and everyone came away from it feeling so good, and Fee felt so humble about the argument, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very good at colors.
Okay.
Apparently, what is it? Miami blue has
Miami
a hint
blue.
of turquoise in it or whatever. Like to me, it just looks like grabber blue, like on the old Mustangs or even the newer ones when they had grabber blue. It's a really bright blue. Well, I would say a baby blue, but if you could imagine turning the saturation all the way up.
It's almost Tar Heel blue.
Yeah. And I don't really see any green in it. It comes across as a very vivid blue. And she was like, no, I see green in it. Guys have 3 cones, girls have 4 cones or something. I'm like,
the color's not very original, man.
So I looked it up. I looked up the pigments in Miami blue, and it has a slight green tint to it. So I win.
It's ever so slight, but anyway.
What? So, just let you know, Fuzzy, some of your stuff came in, probably the camera stuff.
Okay, I'll get to it after the podcast.
So yes, Fuzzy has said we are putting our equipment arsenal together, or whatever you want to call it, so that we can shoot a movie, a short film, in the beginning of April. We already have the cast. We already have the crew. We're gonna go out to the location, which is not far from where we live. So, and the cast is not far from where we live. So everything's, working out. We're going to go out there. We're going to map some stuff out, and we're going to shoot this short film. Now, Presto was supposed to be in it, but unfortunately he had a previous engagement. So we're going to get him in something else. Right?
Yeah, just carry on without me. It's all right.
Lame. That's fine. We're gonna make our own movie in August, huh?
Yeah, we are.
You gonna fly out there?
It's a possibility. You could watch Halloween 6 in the yard of the house in Salt Lake, Utah in August.
Yeah,
and then you could watch
Roadhouse. You get to do that at the location.
So there's this guy, I think he's called like North Carolina Michael Myers, who basically built a replica of the Michael Myers house in North Carolina that he lives in. And he partners with, like, I guess hooks up with different people and will travel the U.S. and like pick movies and show the movie at some of the filming locations. So like if you go on the website, they'll like My Bloody Valentine. I think they're showing it at like the coal mine in Pennsylvania. They did a Friday the 13th. They actually just did that. The one we had to be a part of, the one we watched where it looked like the guy was Jason. He was like in jeans and a burlap mask. They did that. So yeah, I happened to just send it to Silent and ask like, "Yo, how far is this from?" And he's like, "A half an hour." So it just happens that the Friday night they're showing Halloween 4 right next to the drugstore from Halloween 4. Saturday night, if you're a fan of the Sandlot, I guess the swimming pool scene, that swimming pool looks the same, so they're gonna show the Sandlot like at the pool. And then Sunday night is Halloween 6, and you watch it in the yard of the house. And then you also tour the house, and I think they said it had like apple cider and stuff. So yeah, it if it all works out, it's pretty cool. If I'm able to get out there, but we'll see. I also found out I might have to go to Malaysia at some point this year for work for a week or two. So yeah,
Wow.
playing it by ear. Yeah. It's a 23-hour flight and they're 12 hours ahead of us in the East Coast. So
Wow.
yeah, that would be something.
You're going to lose whole days at this point.
Well, yeah, a 23-hour flight.
12
There's a whole
hours in
day.
advance.
Yeah,
Depending on when you get in there, it could be 2 days later.
yeah, but I guess I kind of gained that back if I get able to come home. So yeah, we'll see. It play it by ear, I guess. So yeah, that's the August thing Silent was talking about. Surprise.
Surprise.
And he also said he was gonna cook for me all 3 days if I go out there, so that's a good thing. Barbecue and all that good stuff.
This bromance is strong. I mean, now you got him cooking for you.
Wait, what's this about cooking?
We could iron out the details later.
I was gonna get us some damn Hungry Mans, but you know, whatever. I guess I'll cook. I guess.
I tried volunteering his wife and kids to leave the house while I'm there, but that didn't work. So
yeah, my wife basically was like, "Tell him to shove that off or sideways up his ass."
I'm just afraid I'm going to go out there and his wife's going to be cooler than him, and then I'm going to chill. And then she's going to be like, "Hey, you give me your ticket. We're going to go." And then we're going to go. And he's going to stay home.
I guess a little spoiler, another surprise for you. I ordered 2 tickets for each because either my daughter or my wife are interested in going to each of those as well. So we'll have a few people going, actually.
Oh,
it won't just be a bromance. Sorry, bud.
I'm out.
Fuzzy, they're trying to make us jealous over here.
That's fine. You know, hey,
you guys said you're doing a movie, and you know, Presto's like, I don't get to join, and I'm like, I'm in Utah, so fuck me, I guess.
I wanted him to join. He was the first person on the list.
I'll just Photoshop myself into the background of a scene or something. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Someone will be drinking like milk or pouring milk into a cereal bowl, and you'll see like a "Have you seen me?" and I'll be in like a banana hammock on the side of the milk carton or something.
That's not bad.
No, it's not bad. You get to show off all that hard work I've been putting in at the gym, you know. Anyways.
So the movie for this week is Ready or Not.
Yes. So first impressions.
Presto, go.
So my first impression was, like I said, I watched it. I think it came out in like 2018 or 2019. So I watched it then, and I enjoyed it. It was fun. Um, the biggest flaw in the whole movie that maybe I missed something, but none of this would have had to happen if they just didn't get married. Like, why did they have to get married? If he knew this could have happened, what's the point of just, being boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, whatever? Because that doesn't happen then. It was only once they got married they had to do this.
Mhm.
So besides that, um, it was a good fun movie. It was entertaining. The kills, I don't want to say they were gory, but they were like fun gore, not like disgusting gore, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So I had a good time with it. I'm happy. Well, I'm excited to see the second one to see where they go with the direction. I know you two saw it, but yeah, I just hope they do it well. And this, if I'm not mistaken, the main character, Samantha, I think this was like her second big movie or whatever. So I don't think she was like fully known yet. Now I feel like she's been in so much. But yeah, I
You know,
enjoyed it. Huh?
you mean Samara,
Oh
maybe?
yeah. Yeah, Samara, not Samantha. Yeah, she's been in a
So,
lot since then.
well, I mean, the thing is that she was originally in. I'm trying to think if The Babysitter was
Yes.
before that. Let me see here. So yeah, she's been in a lot of stuff. Yeah, The Babysitter was before it. Then they had The Babysitter 2 after that. I think it was. I honestly, she was also in Mayhem, which was in 2017. And Mayhem, I don't know if you guys watched that or not. That was pretty brutal too. Um, she was the lead in that one as well, the co-lead. You guys should check that one out because it really is good. But The Babysitter, I think combination between Mayhem and The Babysitter probably is what got her Ready or Not.
I don't think I've seen either Babysitter or Mayhem. I know I own a copy of Mayhem. I just haven't watched it.
No, it's actually really, really good. The Babysitter was good too.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And it has a part 2 to it. She doesn't play, you don't see her a lot on the screen, but I will say that one of the characters looks kind of like her sister. It looks like they could have been sisters in real life.
Maybe
similar.
Hugo Weaving had a mysterious relationship we didn't know about.
I don't know. But like I said, she's been in a lot of things since then. I think one of my favorites that she's been in afterwards, after all of that, was Azrael. It was a low budget film, but she did really well in there, and I like the villain in that movie. The monster. They did a really good job on the monster.
Hmm.
I don't believe I watched it.
Yeah.
I mean, she was in Scream 6 for the intro, which was,
Yeah.
and it was like a little Easter egg because didn't she have a white dress just like Ready or Not?
I don't know. She probably did.
So
But
that was kind of cool.
yeah, I mean, I'll just let you know, a lot of her stuff is not big budget. Any way you look at it, it's not really big budget. I wouldn't say it's micro budget. It's kind of in the middle.
What? I mean, Ready or Not 1 and 2, didn't that have a decent budget?
Well, I'll tell you what. So Ready or Not, budget was $6 million. That's still not considered to be big budget. Anything above 10 million is considered to be big budget. Anything in between that is kind of like, I guess, a starter budget for a mainstream movie.
Well, the second one had to have a bigger budget because it had a good cast, a lot of recognizable cast members.
Let me see. They're not showing the budget for that one.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're not showing it.
That's weird.
Yeah, but like I said, all of our other stuff is like less than a lot of our other stuff is less than $1 million. So, let me see. Because the babysitter, well, let's go with the second one because they usually have a bigger budget. Nope, didn't even say the budget on that one, which is really, really weird.
Was the Babysitter 2 in movies, or was it another just Netflix release?
I think it was, I want to say it was Netflix. I don't remember it being in the movies. Yeah, and that's probably why a lot of the stuff isn't showing a budget or a box office. Like the babysitter, no box office for it. I'm trying to think.
Well, yeah, that one I know was just a right to
Yeah.
Netflix kind of thing.
I mean, some of these, I mean, Netflix in itself has their own studios. You know, not particularly their studio, but they have, movies that they have studios that will, I guess, rent to them and stuff. And okay, so let me see. I mean, I will say this: Ready or Not went from shelling out $6 million for it to making $28 million in the States. So it more than tripled its budget. But all these other ones, I don't even know if they actually were in the theaters. Like they're not listing. Like Mayhem isn't even listing a budget. I mean, not budget and a box office. So like I said, a lot of the stuff that she's done has been direct to the streaming services or whatever, or it's been something that has been a lower budget. I will say that she was in Bill and Ted Face the Music. She was Thea.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay.
So when you look at that one doesn't show a budget, but it didn't do as well as we thought it would. I guess they waited too long to release that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you remember? Did you guys watch her in The Valet?
I haven't seen that movie, I don't think.
No. Okay. So they did. Hulu did a movie. I guess it was theirs or whatever, and she played, I believe, an actress, some celebrity, where everybody was bothering her and stuff like that. They were trying to, paparazzi was all around her, and she winds up looking like she's dating the valet because the person that she's actually dating doesn't want to be on camera because I guess he's in a relationship with somebody else. So she winds up making it look like the valet is her boyfriend. And of course they fall in love. So, you know how it is.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's just a normal Friday night.
Exactly. But everything else seems to be a thriller or a horror or something like that. So, yeah, that's usually what she plays in. But she's played in a couple of comedy dramas type stuff. So I mean, she is trying not to pigeonhole herself into stuff, which I totally agree. She is a very good actress and stuff like that. But I just can't really discern what the budget is for most of her movies. So that's a little strange. And of course, Ready or Not 2 is not going to, since it's being released today, it doesn't have a box office numbers yet. So,
well, and it's also it's coming out kind of. I mean, granted, they're two very different movies, but you've got Project Hail Mary that's out this weekend as well. So that might eat its lunch a little bit.
maybe we don't know.
Does that have? Are you guys excited for that one?
Hell yeah. It's got Ryan Gosling in it. We're gonna go see it on Sunday morning.
So the funny thing is, there's a local director, Danny Roebuck, that's from the area where we're from, and he's an actor. He was actually Santa Claus in Terrifier 3. He's been in like all Rob Zombie's movies and stuff, but he makes like Christian movies. And he just came out with this one called The Hail Mary that legit just came out. So like around the area when people are talking about Hail Mary and The Hail Mary, it's like, wait, which one are you talking about? Because they're totally different movies.
Are you talking about the good one or the bad one?
Yeah. Well, you didn't see either, so you don't know which one might be the good one or the bad one.
You said it was a religious one, right? So I'm
Yeah.
let my mind wander on that one, but
he doesn't go hardcore with it. But there's definitely like a nice message in each of his movies. They're like almost like a Hallmark movie. Yeah.
Like a Lifetime showcase kind of.
Yeah.
One of those holiday shows.
Kind. He did one called Saint Nick of Bethlehem where like he played Santa Claus. So yeah, I guess he played a good Santa Claus and then he played another Santa Claus in Terrifier, and two totally different outcomes in both of those movies.
Yeah,
One he
it's the yin and yang balance.
Yeah, one he dies really brutal, and the other one he spreads cheer to kids with cancer.
Awesome.
So yeah. Anyways, back to first impressions.
All right. I'll jump in real quick too. I had no idea at all what this was when I first went into it. I saw it, what I want to say like a year or two ago. I saw it and I remembered enjoying it. But then, just kind of went to the wayside. And then when you guys mentioned it this time, I was like, oh hell yeah, I'd be cool with going back to watch that one. And it's funny, like I remember certain parts, but when I started it up, I was like, oh, I don't even remember. I think for some reason, sometimes my mind mixes it up with it's that other movie. Damn it, I'm forgetting the name. It's the one where like it starts off and the boyfriend and girlfriend or husband and wife or whatever get freaking massacred in their house. The dude gets like the axe to the head and it's playing the song on the record player. I'm forgetting the name. Sorry. Anyways, I feel like for some reason I always I was mixing it with that one, and then when I went back to it, I was like, oh, that's right. Okay, I remember this movie a little bit. But it's like you guys touched on. It's not super violent, like it's fun violent. Yeah, I don't know. It's got a good cast to it. It's got freaking Kittredge from the Mission Impossible movies. It's got the kid from the OC, if you're into that shit, I guess. It's got some good stuff. It's got some good people in it, and it's an entertaining watch. Yeah. We'll obviously get into more, but yeah.
Is that everybody?
No, for me, my initial impression when you started watching this like a while ago, I was like, oh, this is a ridiculous concept. This is like completely left field kind of thing. And I'm like, I didn't want to watch it, but I think I wound up sitting there for like an hour. So it kept my attention, against my utter will to not watch it and do other stuff. But watching it a second time, or at least watching it all the way through from start to finish, I would say my initial impressions going around the second time, and then having seen the second one probably more so than the first one, because like I said, I only watched the first half of the first one initially. It's an enjoyable movie that has a ridiculous plot to it, but like you guys said, the kills are entertaining, and I think watching it and not trying to go into it all serious with what who made this deal and why do they have to follow these rules and stuff like that, which I always nitpick at stuff like that. I think this is one of those types of films where it's a good popcorn movie. No real jump scares per thing or per se, but it's like you can tell when somebody's either going to get cornered or sneak up behind somebody kind of thing. But yeah, I think this is one of those movies that if you just want to, I wouldn't say turn your brain off and watch the movie and have fun, but it's kind of along those lines. So like I said, good popcorn movie. Better the second time around, I'll say. Because like I said before, when Fee was originally trying to watch this and get me to watch it, I was like, oh, I don't want to see this silliness. And then I sat on the couch for an hour.
The lore of the video games was strong that day with him.
Yeah, but it got me to sit through an hour of me not wanting to see it. Reminds me of like when I always used to make fun of my dad watching something on TV and be like, oh, this show is stupid. But then watch the whole the whole show. So it's like I was basically doing the same thing. And then I think I got up to get something to eat or something to drink. And then I was like, oh, you know what? I meant to do, video games or something. And that's why I didn't come back to it. But yeah, I enjoyed it the second go around. Probably should have just stayed for the whole thing the first go around. But glad to got to see it all the way through this go around. What about you, Feet?
So I watched this a while ago, and like Buzzy said, he was there sitting there watching with me for part of the way. I really liked it. The second time around, so Fuzzy went to go see Ready or Not 2 with me Thursday night. He didn't watch Ready or Not before then, so we wound up watching it on Friday. And when you watch a movie with Fuzzy and he knows what's in the movie, he asks a whole bunch of questions in the first 5 minutes. And I finally had to tell him, watch the movie. He's like, but they're not going to explain things. And I said, yes, they do. They do explain things. They explain a lot of the stuff. He's like, oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't say it quite like that, but okay.
Yeah, you did. Anyway.
Damn.
When I watched it the second time, I'm gonna be honest with you. I had forgotten a lot of the stuff. Not because it's not a good movie, it's just I watched so many. So it was kind of nice to be able to sit down and watch it again because it's rewatchable. I found myself doing the same things that I did before when I first watched it. Like, when certain times when she had the upper hand, it was like, oh man, she did that kind of situation where I'm like, oh, there's a nail there. This isn't going to go well. Things like that. So I think it's rewatchable. So that's a good sign. Right?
Yeah.
So this is what I'm going to ask. What about the rules of this? What about the rules of this whole tradition, of this whole elaborate thing? How did you feel about the rules? Too much, too little? What?
Too superstitious. It's just like I get it. It's like you could say that's the same thing with a lot of things, a lot of superstitions, a lot of religion, a lot of stuff in general is like a lot of people get very, very tied up in the details and very anxious and nervous that like if they don't do something, there's going to be consequences. But I think that's what makes it so good, right? Is because you got these like basically blind devout followers of what the rules are supposed to be for this thing. And it's like no matter what they want to do, they still end up doing this, and they still decide that, like, well, we still got to follow this because we're concerned for our safety and that we're going to die. So it's interesting in that way. It's horrible because it, again, coming from a state where I feel like religion is just hammered over everyone's head so much, I see something like this and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. You can't see it, but it totally exists. That's cool. That's cool. So some of this stuff feels like some of that blind following, which messes with me a little bit, but it builds the tension in the film, and it explains why these people are being so fucking creepy and terrible to each other.
Well, I think that was their overall kind of hope for the audience to believe that they were harboring superstitions rather than actualities, right?
Mhm.
And that leans into the whole entire plot, because even some of the characters show that it's like, these aren't traditions, these are superstitions. Like, why are we following this aimlessly? And the older characters are like, like the dad and the aunt, they were like, no, we got to do this. We got to do this. If we don't, like, it's like they knew something that the younger ones didn't. And the younger ones didn't want to believe what they believed in, because none of them had ever seen what what was actually supposed to play out, because I guess their family has always been able, to sacrifice the person, if it just so happens to be the case. And in this case, it was a little harder, right?
Yeah. Well, do we know how many people they actually had to sacrifice? Because it seemed like some of the family, they played the game, or they like didn't pick the game to get.
Well,
It sounded like they had, because they hinted at the fact that, like, it hadn't happened. I think the brother had mentioned how, like, it hadn't happened since he was like a kid. So
yeah,
you
Daniel's
factor, like,
character.
it's been a long time since then, multiple marriages and stuff. So that was like, it seems like 20 years or something like that since they've had to do it last.
So
I think it said 30. Now that I
30?
remember,
Okay.
I think like in the beginning it said 30 years later. So
they
yeah,
did also say in there, in reference to some of the deaths, where if you didn't play, you wound up dying, and that was what happened to one of the marriages. The person died, and then they said something about another one where the whole family had died. The whole lineage of that particular family had died for one reason or another, in reference to not playing the game or doing something else that was against the rules, in just signing the pact with the devil. It wasn't even marriage related. So there were a few. I think the last one was the aunt. So that's why she was like, yeah, we doing this, because she's like, it had to be done when it was my marriage. We doing this, type situation. I think that was the last one previous to the one in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they said the other ones. It was like rumored that it was a house fire or something.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's the story that they went with. So,
Mhm.
to kind of cover things up, I guess.
Yeah, so that's why. So I guess the older ones seeing that, kind of like, oh, well, this happened directly after he didn't play the game, or this happened directly after this or this or this. And it's like, that just built up their understanding that it wasn't a superstition. But the other ones were kids at the time. Like Daniel sold his uncle out, as you saw in the beginning of the movie. Sold him out pretty quick, and Daniel became basically an alcoholic after that. So, and what's up with the coke fiend?
What, the sister?
She's got all
Yeah.
sorts of issues. and she's literally and like figuratively a loose cannon in this thing.
Mhm.
Because she was the one that freaking like took the blasted the lady like right in the face and then shot the dude with the arrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
she's
she took out 2 of the female nannies or whatever.
I think if I were in that family and I were around her, honestly, I might try my luck and be like, yeah, we're just not going to do this thing and we're just going to let the chips fall as they may, because chances are so and so is going to possibly fucking take us out of the picture anyways with just her I don't know, her ditziness or like real bad luck. I don't know. Seems like she's got worse bad luck than maybe this curse or whatever.
I don't know. She was. I don't think her having coke that night was in anybody's best interest either.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It didn't work out for her either, that's for sure. Like, you know, she didn't even get a benefit from it. She just proceeded to have bad things happen every time.
Yeah, she did. Well, at what point?
Go ahead.
So, being I watched it once a while ago, and I was rewatching it. I was trying to figure out like at what point in the movie you realize like, okay, this isn't normal wedding / like game night like kind of thing. When did you guys like figure out, okay, this isn't a normal hide and seek game, like, or this family isn't normal?
Right when the guy was like, "Oh, hey, you're gonna have to play a game with my
Pretty much.
family."
Pretty
Like
much.
as soon as he said that, I was like, "Oh, someone is gonna get sacrificed, or you know, like there's something is sinister." And again, I didn't see any trailers or anything when I went into this the
Yeah.
first time, but it just the approach just leaves something ominous in your mind that like, you know, it makes you think that she's going to go somewhere and they're either going to harvest her organs or she's going to have to fight for her life or something.
Mhm.
I don't know. Something weird.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
me, the giveaway was the aunt, like being in the room while they're getting ready to make out or whatever after they got married. She's like,
Oh,
"They're waiting for you downstairs." Like nobody's that serious about like, let's say Monopoly night or whatever game that they're playing, kind of thing. So
Hey, you've never seen game night over here, okay? Shit gets real sometimes.
No,
Not that real though.
I think for me is when she was talking to herself in the mirror, and she was like, I have no family" or something like that, and I'm like, she's not gonna. This is not gonna end well for her. No, doesn't sound like it. When you're going around a large group of people and and you don't have any family, that's questionable at that point.
yeah,
So,
that and her husband being extra nervous, like, "Oh, we're just going to play a game," and he's like, "Yeah, yeah," and it just it. If she didn't see like the anxiousness of him knowing before we go down there, and then it's like everybody's around the table and they're like all staring at her like she's a piece of meat, kind of thing. Yeah, that probably gives you those vibes that yeah, they're looking at their target, kind of thing.
so my thing is, why did they say that she had to pick a card? She never had to pick the card. The card was picked for her automatically. What was that up about? It's like you don't have a choice, but we're saying you have a choice.
Yeah.
Is that Murphy?
Yes, it is. I'm about to push him out of here because he was meowing at the door a few minutes ago. For the most part, I'm trying to get him to sit still, but he is excited about everything in here. He's like, "Ooh, lights!" I got to meow at him. "Ooh, a table with lights," and "Ooh, a dresser with lights." Good boy.
So did y'all feel like she had a choice, or she didn't have much of a choice to play hide and seek?
She had a choice. As soon as he said that she had to play games, she saw that creepy looking witch grandma or whatever. Should have been like, no, gee, I got food poisoning from the hors d'oeuvres earlier, and I think I'm gonna need to bounce out of here. I don't know. It's we see this in so many movies where, and I'm not saying it was portrayed bad. Like, I enjoyed it and I thought it was a good way that they did it. But you look at something like even Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, where it's like, oh hey, our car broke down. Well, I guess one of us better go over to this house. And then when that person gets to the house, they're like, well, this looks sketchy as shit, but may as well go in. And then as they go in, they're like, well, there's a whole bunch of animals posted all over the freaking walls in this place, but I may as well just roam around since no one answered the door. Like, when ominous stuff like this happens, I don't know, my white boy nature comes in. I'm like, get out. Like, run. Turn around, get the hell out. So when I see that lady in there as I'm getting ready to get freaky with like my new marriage partner, I'm like, oh, and you want me to play a game instead of me getting some action? There's a possibility I'm not going to actually enjoy any of that action because I'm not going to live long enough to enjoy any of that action. So I don't know. I'm a cautious guy. I see that stuff and I'm like, those are all red flags. Get the hell out of there. She had a choice. But I think she was just blindly, like, she was blind because she was in love with this guy. She thought that everything was going to be just fine.
Yeah.
And she wasn't paying attention to all the bad shit that was slowly like building up and leading to this moment.
So now that we're saying this out loud, I'm probably that guy that you yell in the movies like, don't do that, because like I give everyone the benefit of the doubt. So I'm just like, okay, I just got married, trying to get a little freaky upstairs, and got busted. Like, that was creepy, but I wouldn't think twice of it or whatever. And then just, oh, game night? Okay, this is weird, but I'll go along with it. And then like you go in the room that no one really seen. It's like, oh, they like to hunt. Okay, nothing too weird here. And then you sit down and then like you explain it, and it still is like, I don't know. I guess because everyone is kind of in like wedding attire. It's not like they're like combat people or whatever. And like you clearly see as the movie goes on, like half of them really don't even know how to handle a crossbow or a gun or anything like that. So like to think that could really happen, it just seems like far out there. So I wouldn't think twice about it. Like if half the stuff leading up to picking a game would have happened, like even when he's like, you could get out now, like you don't have to do this, like I would think, oh, those are just pre-wetted nerves, like they're just saying that kind of thing, or other things that happen. So I guess I'm that guy that you always yell at in movies. Like that would be my character, because I would just be gullible and be like, yeah, that's a little weird, but every family has something weird about them. So whatever.
In Presto's high school yearbook, it shows next to his name, it says most likely to get killed first in a horror movie.
And tries to be friends with the killer.
It's ironic because of how many horror movies you watch and how you're like a big horror buff too.
And I'm just like, no, I totally fall for that. I totally get where you're coming from, girl. I would do the same thing.
Bro. Just trust. Everything's gonna be fine.
I mean, obviously I'm not that bad where it's like you hear weird shit going on. Like I'm not like, let me go investigate this, or I'm just like, yeah, I'm out. So I'm not that bad, but at least with this movie, until you got to like the full, like I would have been her character, like, and then when like it would have got explained, but like, yeah, okay, yeah, 200 or whatever, I gotta hide now, and then when shit starts happening. But she also seemed very comfortable killing people. Like,
Mhm.
for never killing anyone, I assume for her never killing anyone before, like she kind of just did it and kept going. But I don't know if that's like the survival technique where it was just like, listen, if I don't do this, I'm gonna get killed. So fuck them all, kind of thing.
I think it was the survival thing.
Yeah, especially after I guess she had that test deal with the firearm, the first one that she grabbed, because I guess they only put dummy
Model.
rounds out there. So yeah, that fight, she saw her escape, and that guy just happened to be blocking it, and sure enough, he gets the hot teapot upside the head kind of deal. So, but yeah, it's definitely one of those things where you could see how her character would, just kind of go along with things, and then she was like, "All right, I've been in this dumbwaiter long enough. All right, time to call this off." And her husband winds up grabbing her, and she's like, what's wrong with you? Why? And it's like, oh, I didn't tell you, but and then the I guess the one housemaid or whatever goes into the room, and cokehead shoots her in the face, kind of deal, thinking it was the bride. I think that wake up call would probably either panic people or cause them to freeze, or get that fight or flight, adrenaline going kind of thing. But man, oh man, that first kill was pretty bad. But I think I like the second one better.
So fuzzy. Would you have been like presto and been like investigating stuff and giving it the benefit of the doubt to your partner?
I think once I got into that hunting room, I would have definitely got a lot more nervous. Like, I probably wouldn't have thought of anything until getting into that room. It's like, oh, great grandpa was a hunter, and they painted a picture of him killing a tiger. I don't see the tiger skin or anything, but they got all these weapons, and some of them look like medieval weapons with, a mace and I guess a hatchet of some sort. Okay, and they're talking about a game, and I got to pull a card from a box. I don't get to shuffle the cards. It just, you put a blank card in and it spits it out. Yeah, I think the hair on the back of my neck would have started standing up. I don't know how I would have gotten out of it, but something would seem off. Oh, I don't no playing cards, no shuffling of the deck or anything. You just spit one in and it spits it out, and that seems unfair. How about you pull a card first and see how it goes, and then I can take the next turn, whatever the case may be. But yeah.
But you're not thinking you're gonna play a game that's life or death. Like, you just got married, you met the family. Like, you're not thinking. At least I'm not thinking like, oh shit, if I pull hide and seek, I gotta fucking kill all these people.
I don't think the killing everybody would have come to my mind, but seeing how some of them are really excited, and my new husband or my new spouse is like freaking out or looking like he lost his best friend kind of deal. Yeah. I think something would have tipped me off that this isn't normal. All right, why are you looking like you just saw a ghost, and auntie in the corner there is like drooling all of a sudden? Like, that would have been the tip off. Now, still don't know I have to kill everybody, but I think after that first maid got shot in the face, either figure out a way to get back to that room, although she eventually gets back to the room, obviously, but figure out something, how to either get out of there or how to get some sort of other weapons. But yeah, that part definitely was like her wake up call. I think at that point there is no turning back. There is no, oh, we just give up and sorry, I didn't want to play this game kind of thing. I think at that point you're full in, and it's like a death match kind of thing, like Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome in the mansion kind of deal.
What you watching, Presto?
Nothing. I was just saying. I guess I don't know. I guess, like I said, just the benefit of the doubt, I'd be like, oh man, like this guy just really hates hide and seek. Like he doesn't want to play. And maybe the aunt, because she was weird, like she loves hide and seek. Like at that point, I still don't think I'd put two and two together where I'd be like, oh shit, this is not going to be good for me. Like you had what, 8 games to pick from or something, and that's the one she got.
Yeah. I still don't know like what those. I remember they said backgammon or something like that. And
yeah, checkers, chess, backgammon. Like it all sounds super chill, super chill.
Now, are any of the other ones to the death in some regard? Like somebody has to die if you win in checkers, kind of thing.
That's kind of so. From what it sounds like, and obviously don't spoil anything, but from what it sounds like, because I was kind of thinking that would be a perfect way for them to do a sequel, is for them to jump into the same type of scenario, different couple, different situation, and it turns out that like we see a different game. Because like from what it sounds like, it's pretty much it's like 0 to 120 miles an hour. You're either playing freaking checkers with Grandpa, or you're getting chased by Grandpa while he's wielding an axe. Like,
well, I think that's pretty much what it is, though.
But it just makes me curious. Like he was saying, is just are there other dangerous like to the death games, or is it literally just this one single one? Like I guess since they said that the only time that they've had to deal with this was like 30 years previously, it probably is literally just one game.
Yeah,
that's a to the death. But I don't know. It feels like you could dive into that and explore more of that with more movies.
Well, I can tell you the second one does not start out. They go into a totally different direction of why they're playing another game of the same thing, hide and seek. So, which really goes badly, of course. So, I don't think they wanted to go in that direction. Because as you know, the one guy who's like I had to play Old Maid. I don't even know what Old Maid is. What is Old Maid? Like his situation, and the other one was like, I play checkers or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think the game was just set up to be where it's like every so many years and every so many times the devil comes over and he's like, yeah, I think it's time for you to kill somebody.
It also felt like it'd be really easy to manipulate the results.
Oh
yeah, you're not going to get to shuffle this deck. You're not going to get to do anything with this. We'll take care of it for you. Oh no, it fell on the bad one. Oh gee, how convenient for us. We get to hunt you. And then it turns out that it's actually just like some sadistic thing where it's not that they expected it, it's that they literally are turning the tables so they can hunt you because they're horrible people.
Yeah. Hence the
keeps them sharp for the evil of the world.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was just the one bad game, and that's why everybody was like, she picked the card. She picked nothing. Y'all picked it for her. That's all one-sided.
Well, she turned it over, so there's that.
Oh, she turned it over. Because remember, the card was blank.
Like hindsight 2020, be like, shove that thing back in the box.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it needs a reprint.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Just something like this reminds me of Get Out, where it's like you have someone that's in here, and you're just like, okay, this You should. You've got a lot of hints and cues that maybe you should get the hell out of here, literally, and you still stick around. Like,
I agree. I feel like if you took Get Out and then the vampire movie Abigail, like even though Abigail came out later, because Abigail had some comedy in it, kind of like this, and then Abigail, like the gore was the same. Like it was pretty crazy gore, but it wasn't. It was like how would I said it? Like not disgusting gore, but it's graphic gore. Like if that makes sense. It's shown fast, and like by the time it's done, you're like trying to process what you watch, and oh, that was fucked up. Not like one of the movies where it'll like focus on it for a long time, and you're like, oh, it's like right in your face, and you're like, okay, let's move on. Like this isn't the point of the whole movie.
mhm.
That's what I think, at least.
Hmm.
Prove me wrong, Fee. Prove me wrong.
Uh-huh. Anyway, what was your favorite kill?
Ooh.
I. mm,
The
I-
elevator.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Mm.
the dumbwaiter. The dumbwaiter is pretty solid. Yeah, the dumbwaiter definitely has to be it.
And she was like trying to help her too a little. And like as soon as shit just like crushed her, she was just like, oh, I tried. It just carries on. Like
That would suck so much. Like you would feel so bad because you're like, she's literally trying to do this, and it just there's no good ending for that girl.
Mm-mm,
Like it's
Yeah.
just not gonna work.
mm-mm.
But I do think when, gosh, which one is the first one that blows up when they're in the dining room?
Oh.
I think it's grandma or aunt. The aunt
Was
blows
it?
up
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, so that one was kind of good, honestly, though, because like everyone's sitting there and they're just cringing and just having a hard time not throwing up because they've got like pieces of brain and body fluid all over them.
Oh my God.
Like that was a close second, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, for me, kill number 2 only because of the extended aspect of it. She gets shot by the cokehead in the mouth with an arrow, which was bad
Yeah.
enough. She falls down. She's not dead though, because you hear her gagging and gurgling, drowning in her own blood going down her airways or whatever. And all the while the aunt's trying to talk about the family traditions, and I think that's when they were debating on like using the cameras and stuff. It's like, you guys don't follow tradition, and all you hear is and they stop, and then the aunt goes to talk again, and she's like, ah, and just chops her head off. It's like, just let the poor lady die in peace. Oh no, let's make it a quick death and decapitate her right here in the dining space. But that to me was like, okay, that's overkill. Like and that's what kind of made it fun to some extent. I mean, the dumbwaiter one, don't get me wrong, was pretty good because she's up here ratting on the lady. She's over here, and it's like, I'm trying to help you. It's like, oh well. She gets smashed in the doorway. But yeah, I really like Kill 2.
I mean,
I like the same one, but I like the whole entire process of this. It's like Coke Girl is like I like I lost my gun. I lost my gun. So her husband gives her a weapon because he's like, here, sweetie, you can take mine. And she just winds up shooting the when the woman's trying to say, hey, she I saw her here. And she just winds up shooting her. And it's the second time she messed up. And she's like in her dad's arms saying, I just can't do this. Like I'm just a screw up. And then I believe right before then she had some war coke. And she's like, I'm not a loser.
No.
So yeah, I'm like that I think was the funniest. one. So what was your favorite scene though, outside of the killings?
At the end, when she's just, for me, just like sit on steps smoking a cigarette, just like nonchalant. And I'm just thinking, like, okay, the cops are showing up. How's she going to explain a house burning down and her all bloody and all these dead bodies in the house? Like,
Yeah.
and maybe they do explain some of that in the second one. Probably not.
Oh, they
But
do.
yeah, okay. Well, then there's that. But yeah, it's just like, okay, I figure I'd have to, like, there's really no proof that it's like, oh yeah, this family's trying to kill me, so I had to kill them. And yeah, they just exploded. A lot of them just exploded. And I guess you really won't find the remains. So yeah, maybe the cops don't even know they're dead because they exploded in a million pieces. So it's not like you have like fingerprints or a skull to go by because
Yeah.
she was wearing most of it.
But they own the cops.
They kind of do. They kind of do.
That was the thing that was weird. Like, I forget what in the beginning he talks about how, the grandfather was into sporting goods and owns like 4 or 5 sporting teams or something like that.
Yeah.
But there was something else they said that like they also own that as well. It's like, what don't they own at this point? So even the cops are probably be like, oh, you were at the what do you call him's house? Oh, I know what it was. Like when she is, because she escaped in this one and made it outside the gate, and somebody driving a Bentley and from one of the other homes in the area, and it's like they stop and then keep on going and leave her behind. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody in that area kind of knows anybody that leaves that property, just ignore them, just keep going, go about your business kind of thing. But yeah. Oh, and then there was their equivalent of OnStar for the car.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Which it's like, call 911. Oh no, it shows that this car is stolen. We have to just shut it down. Yeah. No,
He shouldn't have pushed that button.
No, but they would have probably shut it down at some point. Like, she would have to have drove pretty far, and then they would have to track the car down. I'm assuming the car wasn't fully locked where you couldn't get out. I could be wrong. I know the guy wound up smashing the window to get back in the car, but
yeah,
that would have sucked as far as if he didn't have to do that, if she was still locked in the car, because at least they know, oh, well, the car is here. We'll just tow it back, winch it back to the property or something. But as far as favorite scene, I think it's when the family's on the phone while the butler guy is driving back, and they could see what's happening, and he's busy celebrating, listening to the music. And she finally wakes up and kicks him in the head a couple of times before the car goes off the road. I think that scene overall was pretty cool. It's like, oh yeah, we're back in business. And it's like, I forget what the butler's name was, but like, look behind you, turn the music down and look behind you. And then the car goes off the road and flips a couple of times.
No, I think my favorite scene is basically the end, because it's dawn, and all of a sudden everybody's looking at each other and looking around, like, and there's like this delay, and they're just like, maybe we shouldn't have been trying to hunt her for hours. Like, what are we gonna do with her now? Because we can't let her out of here now, because we just spend all this time trying to kill her.
Yeah.
And then they start popping one by one. And
they're like, oh, sweet, we're safe. We're safe. Oh shit. Okay, I guess we gotta deal with this person now. Like you're saying, is like they were only concerned about surviving through the night, And then the fact that she actually made it, they're like, oh, well, what do we do with her now? Like, what's the plan? It was funny to watch that part, especially like I said, I enjoyed when the lady just exploded everywhere.
Yeah, even the axe kind of went flying around from the explosion.
Presto, what you watching?
March Madness in the background.
Yeah, Pornhub.
Trying to win some money with March Madness. Not working out too good.
Trying to yoink. He's actually yoinking.
I'm not yoinking.
I'm trying to do
No, but I gotta say, considering how big that house was and having like tunnels and I guess like guest entryways or whatever, or pass throughs and stuff, all she had to do was, because it didn't seem like, other than her husband, didn't seem like anybody really knew the back ways throughout the house. I mean, I'm pretty sure the help knew, but it wasn't like they were looking there or anything like that.
Yeah.
And you would think that, like, if she was, like, a couple scenes when she's hiding and, like, someone is looking for her and they walk by her or whatever, like, you would think if she stayed in that spot, maybe she would have been safe, because it's like the person would be like, all right, I already checked here. She wasn't there, kind of thing. So, yeah, I guess sometimes it seems like in that big of a house, you could be able to hide, and, like, who's saying you couldn't just leave the property but no one knew and then come back in the morning or something? Like, that could have been a way to beat it.
Yeah.
But yeah, as they were kind of going through the house, I was kind of trying to watch in the background, like, all right, if I would hide, would I hide anywhere in there? Would I hide there? And there's a lot of good hiding spots, and yeah, you always have that risk where someone's going to find you when you think it's the best hiding spot, and it's really not.
Yeah.
I was never good at hide and seek, because as soon as I found a good spot, I always had to pee. So, like, I would not have lasted in this one at all. Minus all the red flags I would have ignored. I would have found a spot, like, oh, I got to pee so bad. Like, and I would have got axed. So, yeah, I'm not good at hide and seek.
Yeah, I think if hiding was the best option, I think the sacrifice pit, even though they eventually were going to dump the help down there, just kind of, although I can't imagine what the smell of like dead bodies and rotting flesh or whatever down there would be like. I mean, that in itself would probably almost make you pass out. But if you could withstand it until sunlight, that probably would have been like one of the best places to hide, because who's going to crawl down there kind of thing to be in that pit. I mean, yeah, there's a ladder, but if you were hiding off to the side kind of thing, and they're like busy tossing the maids' bodies in there, they're probably not looking to see, oh, she's down there. And after she knocked the sun out, he didn't know where she went, so he wouldn't be thinking, oh, she's still down there, or she went down in the pit kind of thing. So.
Can we also talk about the only person that really fucked her up was the little boy when he shot a hole in her hand? Like, out of everybody, he's the one that got a licking in on her. And she kind of played it like a champ. She, like, power in the kisser, knocked him out. Like,
she went through all that to get out of the pit. And with one hand, basically.
Well, I mean, you already have a hole in your hand, so you might as well just put it over the nail. I mean, what could it hurt? I mean, that part of your hand is missing now, so.
Yeah, I mean, until you're in a position like that, I guess, you don't know what you would do or use. So,
yeah.
I hope to never be in this position. So,
Oh yeah.
I'm already married and we haven't played game night, so I think I'm in the clear.
But like, well, you've met the in-laws, but have you met the other side of the family? Yeah. They like to hunt. Let's go on a hunting trip. No.
No, let's not go on a hunting trip. Let's call it a day. I'm tired. Well, I mean, she would have died if she didn't play. She would have died if she hadn't lasted until daylight.
Mhm.
And this was all based off of having faith in the devil, basically, that this
Yeah.
would actually occur if they didn't kill this woman. You know, I mean, isn't the devil supposed to be a trickster?
What we're told or what we're taught to believe, I guess, but
Yeah.
you don't really know. At least I don't.
That's why you die first in the horror movies.
Yeah, well, I had a good run, you know? I mean, I die first. Well, sucks for you guys because now you got to stress about not getting killed. I got it out of the way.
Fuzzy, what was that quote from Amped 3 in one of the loading screens? It was, or in one of the ads, it was, live fast, die young, leave a fresh smelling corpse. That's Matt's motto.
Yeah. It's like, died early. Yeah, I don't have to stay there till the credits, you know?
I don't have to be upset that my buddies died or family members died. Like, no, I just get it out of the way. Just take me, done.
They can't be disappointed if you don't have to see them die in front of you, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's dark. God damn.
Well,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I liked Ready or Not. I'm not gonna say I didn't, but when I'm thinking about some of these parts in the movie, I'm like, you know what? I honestly think that Ready or Not 2 was on par with the first one. Because I'm like thinking about little things that they put in this movie compared to what we're saying and what is in the second movie, kind of answers some of the stuff that we're all kind of joking about right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Ready or Not 2 is on par with Ready or Not. So I think if you liked Ready or Not, I think you should go watch Ready or Not 2.
Yeah, definitely.
which I would assume people are right. Like, if you like the first one and a sequel comes out, I'd assume you'd go see it unless like has some actor or actress that you can't stand.
Maybe. I mean,
Well, yeah,
there's always that sequel, curse.
yes.
Sometimes sequels don't do as well as the
Mhm.
first movie kind of
Or they're
thing.
disappointing.
Yeah.
Well,
Like-
then you remind them about Terminator 2 and you tell them
True.
it's not the case.
But that's one of the rare ones. Like I won't say this is on Terminator 2 level or that Ready or Not 2 is on Terminator 2 level, but it's up there. I would score it just a smidge higher than this one, and I like both. The only other one that of two films that I saw that I would score the second higher than the first was Smile 2.
Is the cat thing. Is the cat thing for
Probably.
Oh man, that one was so good though. Holy crap!
The first one, yeah, it was definitely good, but
oh no, number two.
Yeah, number 2 hooked me from the first 10 minutes. Like seeing somebody get obliterated by a Dodge Ram. Yeah, that wakes you up.
I think I told you guys, but when I went to see that one in theaters, they had, so I think we got the tickets through the T-Mobile weekly thing or something. And so I ended up getting they call them D box out here. And it's, I don't know what the D stands for. Maybe it's douche because like you're trying to be pretentious, like sitting in your own little box of but anyways, like it's one of the ones that's got the motion. And so it's got like the rumble and feedback.
Yeah.
And so we went and saw Smile 2 with those, and the chairs, like if you're familiar with those, if anyone is, the chairs move all over the place. Like when you're sitting in that thing, and you can increase the intensity. So it's like max intensity. And I actually had to turn the seat down to like low or halfway down, a little bit into the movie, because like every scene where shit popped off, it was spooking the hell out of me. Like I jumped when the truck happened because it felt like you literally got hit by something yourself. Like it was awesome. And it was like the perfect use of those type of chairs, but at the same time, like, oh man, would not recommend that. That was brutal.
We have a dissenter. We have a dissenter.
Oh, Judah, come on, man. What was wrong with Smile 2?
I'm gonna guess he probably didn't like the dancers, because that was kind of spooky looking with their blank stare and chasing her down. That
was rad though.
I could see that turn some people away, but yeah, I got a kick out of it. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get some water," and it's like, where did these people come from? And oh, they're chasing her now. So, but yeah, I really like Smile 2. Now we'll see what Smile 3 looks like. I don't think they could really elevate it any further, considering how it ends, or how Smile 2 ends. That would just be like a end of days kind of beginning, or at least that's what I'm envisioning.
That's what kind of gets me excited about that, is the fact that like it ended the way it did in front of a giant audience. So like, what does that look like in the third movie? Like they could do some very interesting things with it if they're careful. But yeah, I mean, like when I saw that ending, I was like, oh dude, like this sets it up for one heck of a third movie, depending on how they do it, because now you've got potentially a bunch of people impacted. So I don't know.
So Judah says the first guy didn't get traumatized, and then he says the dealer.
The dealer.
That part was weird.
Yeah.
It like she shouldn't have gone to a dealer, but going there and he's like tripping balls kind of thing. Like, and if I remember right, didn't he have like a samurai sword or something?
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was totally weird, but yeah, that him going and taking the weight, that was.
I mean,
that was definitely.
I mean, to be fair, right? Like, which one's gonna make you cringe more as a viewer? Them getting stabbed or their head sliced off real quick, or have them freaking just like the whole thing is that it's supposed to be prolonged while you watch. And so to see that freaking weight just mashing his face, like that's something that will not leave your brain. That's for sure. Like even as you mention it, I'm remembering the smile on his face as the skin drops off of his face. Yeah. Like, ugh. Something else.
The first guy didn't get traumatized, but like, what was the deal? I think he was the one left over from the first movie, wasn't he? Where he saw, I guess, the last lady from the first movie.
Yes.
She died.
Yeah.
So he was already experiencing it, and he just wanted to set the drug dealers up. Totally separate drug dealers from the guy with the weight to his face kind of thing. But then, in the process of trying to escape, he didn't make it. So, yeah. Now, I'm assuming the drug dealers that did survive, they got traumatized by seeing that guy get obliterated. So then that's how it eventually gets to the weight upside the face guy kind of thing. But yeah, I enjoyed Smile 2. That was a good one, at least to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to whenever they decide to do the next one, I think there were a few years between number 1 and number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I really hope that they don't wait too long for this one, because as
Yeah.
soon as I saw the end of that one, I was like, now I gotta know what happens.
Mm-hmm.
The entire audience is involved in this. Like that's a different level. Yeah, we'll see. Sorry,
So it is.
we got off.
So it is in. They do have a pre-production right now. There's no cast. Filmmakers are just the director and writer, which is the same person.
Good.
Yeah, not really much else on it. It just says a mysterious curse spreads, compelling those affected to grin while facing their deepest terrors. As the horrifying phenomenon grows, a determined investigator races to uncover its chilling source and break the cycle of fear.
Hell yeah.
Exactly what I was going to say it would have been about.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's listed, and we have, let me see.
Careful what you wish for asking for a third one. You might regret it.
I'm not going to regret it.
We'll
so
talk.
As
Even
of
if
March,
it turns out bad, it's still going to be interesting.
all right, we're not going to debate this, okay? So, as of March 7th of this year, Smile 3 is officially happening, but Parker Finn won't direct the new film.
What a bitch.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Wow. Hey, it's okay. You're still going to enjoy it, though, Silent. You told me.
You know what? You're gonna sleep on the fold out memory foam bed. That's all you're gonna get.
Sounds all right.
The memory foam smells like cat piss.
Yeah, so the like I said, he's not gonna be writing it. I don't know. I mean, they didn't say he's not gonna be writing it. So they might take his script. I mean, that's
man, Presto, why you gotta ruin my happiness on this? I was excited.
I didn't do nothing.
I'm gonna say this about when it comes to writers and directors and all this stuff. Just because they get his script does not necessarily mean that we're going to get that filmed.
Yeah, that's the fear.
Yeah.
Like that's great. Like there's been plenty of times when someone brought in a good script, but if you can't direct, it doesn't mean anything. It's like that's only going to get you so far.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see. We'll see. They said they're gonna do it. Let's see what happens. I mean, on rare occasion, we do see that, you know, when they change directors, we get something better. But unfortunately, more times we don't. But at least in Ready or Not, it's both the same directors.
Yeah.
And they were both good from what it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. So.
Well, that's good. Keep his vision together, not have someone start your vision and someone else finish it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know, though. I didn't watch the first one, actually. I just wanted to come hang out and talk about it without knowing it.
That's pretty evident.
Too soon? Too soon.
So, what is our rating on this? Has anybody in chat made suggestions?
I don't think I've seen any ratings so far in there.
Yeah, I haven't seen any either.
Or even what they rated out of 10.
That's true. Yeah, we need to see some ratings in the chat. I feel like Poison's usually jumping on this. Crispy, some of the other ones are usually throwing some numbers out there. So we better see some stuff real quick.
This way, we could see if you're more aligned with us or Fee. And I think most often than not, you're aligned with us. And if you're aligned with Fee, I'm gonna ban you from listening.
Oh no.
Not from listening. Not from listening. Just not responding.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Something like that. I haven't decided yet what I want to do with you, but
Doesn't know how he wants to wield his power just yet.
yeah,
To be
you're not
continued.
gonna be cool in my book.
Well, I guess for Fee, should we also have like a separate rating for on a scale of 1
Originality.
to originality?
And how
Where
original.
does this
Yeah.
fall?
What are we talking about
Yeah.
here now?
Oh, you know
Which-
what we're talking about.
It was a good movie, but they really could have came up with their own games. How original to play hide and seek. Like I've been playing that shit.
Checkers, backgammon. Come on, that shit's so
Yeah,
old.
but did you see the games that they had lined up as the flames were engulfing them? They had some pretty unique games.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Like tapeworm.
no, it was like
Have you
What
ever
was
played
it?
tapeworm?
no, it
No.
was like what was the guy's name? The what? The devil?
LaBelle?
LaBelle. They had
Yeah.
LaBelle's Gambit and a few other things up there.
Mm.
So yeah,
It's weird. I was looking to see what the games were, to see like if it was like Candyland or Shoots and Ladders, and they didn't even have Balatro. Can you believe that?
no, they did.
Well, being as that's not a board game, dick. Of course they're not going to have that one.
Yeah, but who's saying it has to be board games? Like, what if they went in another room and there's a huge flat screen television? It was like,
See,
all right, we're playing Frogger.
That's the other opportunity
There
for
you
a
go, we're playing
sequel.
Frogger.
Oh, you don't beat Frogger? We're gonna pull you out there to the front and we're gonna drive you over with a car.
Or you got to play Mission Impossible's 007 GoldenEye or something. Like,
Mm.
dude,
Was that one game? Mission Impossible's 007 GoldenEye.
it was the hybrid version I had.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Mm. That was the Chinese knockoff I never got to play.
So
Yeah, and the
apparently,
James Bond was Tom Cruise. So weird.
I just want to let you know. Apparently, a lot of the people in the chat have not watched this movie. It is a shame.
Oh shit.
Oh.
I see Nina Vostek gave us he said 9.
Whoa,
what he gave it.
they really liked it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we got one person. Everybody else has said, "Oh, I haven't watched it yet." Y'all need to go and watch this. Just go and watch it.
Well, I hope they don't know that.
Well,
Hope we didn't ruin it by telling them there was a sequel that came out.
Sorry, spoilers. And on that note, if any of you guys are going to watch it, it is on Hulu streaming right now.
Mhm.
And it's on Amazon.
Yeah, but I think it's on Amazon as rent or buy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
in general, you can buy it pretty much everywhere or rent it. You can rent it as low as I think like $3.99. So,
Mm-hmm.
oh, Dark Skies. Oh,
Yeah.
did
What
you
about Dark Skies?
did you guys end up doing a show? Because
No, we
Ah,
did
shit.
not.
I've been telling people for the longest time, hey, we're going to review Dark Skies. Hey, we're going to review Dark Skies. And then she calls me up that day and like, I want to do Zombie or Zom 100. I'm like, wait, what? I just told people Dark Skies. He's like, I'm going to be late. I don't want to do Dark Skies. I want to do Zom 100, which was a movie that we happened to watch like in between just for shits and giggles kind of thing.
Mm.
No,
And
you wanted to watch it.
okay, I wanted to watch it, and it was I was fine with that movie up until the shark grew feet. Once the shark grew feet, I'm like, come on, what are we doing? Like, it went from being a decent zombie flick to okay, somebody took some mushrooms or whatever at the end of this movie and powered through that writer's block or something. Because it didn't make sense to do the shark with feet. They could have done a ton of other things, but when the shark grows feet in a zombie apocalypse, you lost me. I'm I think I'm cooked at that
So
point.
this thing is over 2 hours long. Just to let y'all know, this thing is 2 hours and 8 minutes long.
Oh,
What is it?
It's
Zom
Zom
100.
100 Bucket List of the Dead, which it started off really, really good. I'm not going to say it didn't. It started off
No,
really,
it
really
did.
good.
Now there is an anime version as well, and I'm
Yes.
assuming they follow a similar track. We watched the live action version,
Yes.
and
I think they
like I
have
said, it
more
was a good zombie movie up until the shark.
Yes.
And it's not in English?
No,
Well,
it's
it's
you can watch it in dub. Yeah, it's dubbed.
Oh, that's the worst. The Godzilla.
It's the lip syncing dub. I guess because
Not
they
bad.
didn't have long lines, it's not as bad as like what you've seen, with the old Godzilla movies. It's pretty close. It's it's not like I can't even do it because you're not seeing my lips move, but it'd be like the old kung fu flicks or even the old Godzilla movies where it's like, oh, their lips are still moving and they stopped talking 2 seconds ago kind of thing. It's nowhere near like that. It's like their lips are moving, sounds coming out, and it feels like they edited it or had it flow in a way where it's pretty close. It doesn't break the immersion of the movie for the most part.
That's even worse. When it's so far off, it's funny. But when it's like close enough, it just pisses you off because like you feel like your internet's like lagging or something. At least to me, that's how I like when they totally don't match up, it's hilarious. But like when it's just small enough that it's like it just annoys the shit out of me. Or with some of the voices they pick, like it'll be like a little 4-year-old kid, and then all of a sudden they'll talk and it'll be like, "Hi, mom," and it's like, "Ooh, that kid's voice is pretty deep." I don't know. Netflix was notorious. Like, me and the wife did watch a Money Heist on Netflix, and that was dubbed. And like, there were times where like I was like, I think they're using the same voice for all the characters. Like, if I close my eyes, I cannot tell you which character was talking. And then like I watched another Netflix like dubbed movie, and I was just like, okay, so there's like 5 people they hired to redub all these movies in American. Like it's the same voice in all of them.
jeez.
No, they at least made the effort of having different voices for the characters.
Yeah,
About the only one that seemed like it may be a little off as far as the casting would have been the guy that's like the main boss at one, not the main boss, but like the lead guy that's like the team leader or the head team leader. His voice was a little more high pitched than what he looked, kind of thing, and he was a little bit more excitable than what he probably should have been, except for at the end. Then shark with feet, you're going to get excitable, but everything up until that point, it felt like a miscasting on the voice actor for him.
He just got kicked in the nuts really hard. That's all. Fine. Or he was balancing on a bar and he fell down and
Anyway,
it happens.
So this is when I'm on with Fuzzy and stuff like that, Fuzzy seems to be a little reserved on these things, which he's freaking hilarious, and when he's not on a podcast. But I think Zom 100, if we had done that, you would have seen a little bit more of what I see with Fuzzy live. Am I right, Presto? So
Yeah.
I didn't want to do Dark Skies with just Fuzzy. See, you guys on here rile him up. You at least get something out of him. But he's so reserved with me on the podcast. Like, no.
So what you're saying is we bring the best out of Fuzzy. Okay.
You tarnish and drag my man's Fuzzy good name through dirt and mud all the time. You like look at every excuse to just like shit on the guy. They'll be like, "Hey dear, I agree with your opinion." You'll be like, "Yo, fuckface, I beat you in an argument this weekend."
Remember that argument? Remember that argument we got in about that bow that's on the garbage can? Well, the wind from the fan hit me just right, and I'm pissed.
Anyway,
Anyway,
At some point, we will do a Dark Skies. I do apologize for everybody that I got into watching Dark Skies. First, not the new Dark Skies. I actually enjoyed that movie. It was a bit weird at points, but
oh,
you know.
so good though.
Yeah,
So good.
well, what we're doing that one next.
we can.
What is that noise?
Oh, what's that noise? It's one of my cosmetic things.
Oh, it
Are you
sounded.
dremeling your nails right now? Are
It
you
sounded.
No, I'm not
It
doing my
sounded
nails.
like you were de-rezzing. It's like we were in Tron and you were de-rezzing or something.
Nerd.
I did put my airbrush together.
I have no idea what that is. I'm a dude.
You don't know what an
The
airbrush
fuck's an airbrush?
He doesn't have any hair for a brush. Give the guy a break. Jeez.
What an
is for
asshole.
nails.
What an asshole. Oh yeah,
It-
that's
it's
right.
some
I
sort
do
of
my
pink
nails
thing
so
for-
often,
yeah.
so you know. Fuck.
I'll bring an airbrush to you in August. We can sit out on the patio and do our nails.
You can shove that airbrush sideways.
Oh my God. So Judah asked this question: are shows too long to do?
TV shows? Oh yeah, probably. I think we had this conversation.
Yes.
What were we? Oh, we were talking about it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. TV series seems difficult.
That's
I
an
don't-
investment. I don't know if I have. Listen, the movies fee makes us watch. If I gotta watch seasons of stuff like that, I'm not about that. I'll quit. I'm done. Like,
I mean, there are some good series out there, but oof.
where would you even
We've
start?
had some doozies for movies as well, so I can imagine we go through a doozy of a series, and it's like, oh, binge watching eight episodes or 10 episodes of like.
That's what we should call the episodes. Every time that it's a fee selection, we call it doozies for movies.
Really?
Doozies and woozies.
Doozies and woozies. Yep. I watch the doozies and I get the woozies.
So I just
Yeah.
want to let you know, everybody. Ready or Not was my suggestion, by the way.
I just want to let you know, everyone. Dark Skies was mine, and I failed you because I wasn't able to show up.
It's okay. No one else did either. So
Well, we still need to do that one.
Yeah.
Because I actually did watch it like going into the time frame, and just because of everything, it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
I did not watch it. So I would have to.
So we're doing that one next week.
Yeah, we can definitely do
Yeah,
that
I'm
next week.
I'm good with it.
Let's put that in pen on the calendar. No more pencil.
No more
Dark
no more
Skies.
pencil.
Is that from 2013?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so chat, if you decide that you want to watch the movie going into next week, it's going to be Dark Skies. So, yeah.
All right. Ratings on Ready or Not. Because we got sidetracked again.
Oh shit, that's right, we did, didn't we? Okay. I'll keep it short and sweet. I would probably give it like a 7.5, 7.7. I enjoyed it. It was good. The characters are pretty great. The kills are pretty amusing. Again, going back to the conversation at the beginning, is like they're fun kills. It's like not super gory and just brutal in the same way. Although I would say when she gets shot in the hand and she puts her hand down on the nail, that made me cringe, especially given the multiple surgeries I've had on my arm. Hand pain, wrist pain, stuff like that, it hits me in a different way. And so when I saw it, I was like, oh God, no. that doesn't. I didn't need to see that, but it was a fun experience. Good cast. I would definitely recommend it. Presto,
What was the number you gave it again?
7.5 to 7.7.
Okay. Yeah, just to go off what Silence said, it was a very enjoyable movie. It didn't drag by. It was fun. Like you said, good cast, good kills. I would have been killed early on in the movie, so if I was a character, but I would probably give it around 7.3. I enjoyed it. I'd recommend it. Nothing really was wrong with it, actually. Like I said, besides to avoid the whole movie or whole plot, just don't get married. But if you take that out of
True.
the equation, and they did get married and, maybe had good health care or something, and she didn't have insurance, so they got married. I don't know. Or maybe they're just in love, kids nowadays. Ay, ay, ay. She could have been a gold digger. I mean, don't know. You don't know much about her background or life.
Well, the wife to the brother, the guy's brother, his wife was apparently a gold digger.
Yeah.
And that whole conversation was brutal too, because he called it out at one point and was like, "When I told you about this, you didn't hesitate at all." It's like, oh shit.
He's like, you know what my life was like beforehand. It was like, it was either I would rather die than not do this or something along those lines. Oh my, oof.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, Fuzzy.
All right. So for my score, I'm torn between a 7 and a 7.5. I usually don't do the big decimal points or like the increments as much, but this was definitely a rewatchable and enjoyable movie. Didn't yell at the screen or anything like that. This one definitely was a good entry point as far as for this, what will probably be a series at this point, kind of thing. But yeah, I'm going to say a 7.5 as well. Now, if you're curious, I'll just say for me, Ready or I can't even talk. Ready or Not 2 is an 8 as far as I'm concerned. It only had one pain point. I won't discuss that pain point, but just know a pain point is usually like the one instance where I yell at the screen kind of thing or something to that effect. Both movies definitely rewatchable. It'll hold your attention the entire time. Crazy concept because, like I said in the beginning of the show, I thought this was like a ridiculous concept, but it works. It definitely works. Although people that's that kind of wealthy that I've known, I would hope don't play these games, or at least I don't know if any to do. And if they do, they're not telling anybody about them. So that there's that too. But yeah, this was a good one. Way out left field as far as concept, but definitely worth the watch and worth a rewatch, even if it's just to, enjoy the kills and watching those again and stuff. Which another one that's up there when she hits the mom upside the head with the box. That
Yeah.
although that's a
dude.
bit grim,
The
but
hair
yeah,
on the box. The hair on the box.
It wasn't so bad when you just kept seeing her hit. You're like, oh, this is bad. But you're like, well, they
Yeah.
won't show it. And yeah, the hair, and then when you actually see her face, you're like, damn, that is something else. That was not one of the fun kills. It was deserved, but it wasn't fun.
Yeah. No, but this is a good movie. I encourage people to watch it or rewatch it if you haven't, or if you have, prior kind of thing. So definitely recommend. What about you, Fee?
So, I already said it's rewatchable, and I would say the first one is an 8. I would say solid 8. It was fun. I like Samara Weaving and stuff like that. So I like the characters in it. Daniel was great. He had some twists and turns in there, and they were very believable. So yeah, I really liked it. It's an 8. I say the second was an 8.5 because of the fact that they pulled off going in a different direction and still staying with the same theme. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, pack with the devil. You gotta do this to stay alive to the rich family by killing her, and then they twist it, and now there's a different game that you have to play for a different reason, and it's not necessarily hide and seek; it's something different. So, and then bring in the other characters and stuff like that, which was a nice cast. Some faces I haven't seen in a little while, that are really good. So that was nice to see some actors that I haven't seen in a while, and they still have their talent. And especially after we find out that Buffy is canceled, the new revival of Buffy has been canceled. So
Spoiler.
no, it's already in the papers.
Who
Yeah,
reads papers
even,
anymore?
Sarah
I-
Michelle
well,
Gellar was
Already
out there
all over the
talking about
news
it a
on
bunch.
social media. So
Yeah.
apparently what happened is that there was an original producer that was on the first Buffy series, that did Buffy series, and he was like, "Nah, there's no reason to revive this thing," and he just would not sign off on reviving it. So
What a dick.
yeah, pretty
Guess
much.
he doesn't like money.
Yeah.
They probably weren't willing to offer him enough money, so he was just being an asshole.
Well, they were also going to try, and there was this new, I can't remember who was supposed to be added on, but one of the female characters was actually supposed to have a bigger part, and they were supposed to follow her around rather than any of the original cast members. And I think some people were upset about that writing.
Mhm.
So I don't think Sarah Michelle, whatever her name is, I can't.
Gellar.
Geller.
Gellar. That's what I thought. Sarah Michelle Gellar. I think that she was fine with that. I just think the producer was probably not fine with that.
Sounds like the producer needs to suck it up.
Yeah. So
Well, while you're talking about depressing news, Chuck Norris also
yes,
Yeah.
passed
True.
away today. And as sad as that is, reading comments on like what people are posting about him, like
yeah.
Chuck Norris really died in 2004. Death finally just worked up the courage to tell us. Or there was another one that was like, Chuck Norris isn't dead. He's just seeing how long he can hold his breath.
Oh,
And I
my
was like,
God.
Oh, shit.
so
Oh, no.
in light of his death, there are some good memes going around that
Yeah.
make you chuckle.
Yeah.
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 No, when I heard he went to the hospital, I had Grok draw up a picture of him, throat punching, the Grim Reaper. Because I didn't like, we were talking about it earlier on another podcast, he's just went and had an emergency at the hospital. They say he's recovering, and it's like, oh yeah, let me show him, throat punching the Grim Reaper, and it's like TMZ says he's dead. Like, what? No, he can't die.
I got a little nervous. I think I had mentioned earlier in the chat for our show this morning, but it's like, when they said that he went for like a health emergency or something yesterday, I was like, oh no, because I realized like, dude's old. He's 86. Like he just enjoyed his 86th birthday. And it sucks because it's like that mortality, like the realization, like, Schwarzenegger's probably pretty close soon.
Whoa.
Stallone, you got all these folks where it's like they're not getting younger.
No.
And it sucks. Like time catches up with all of us. And moments like this, even with someone like that who, it's literally he's been a meme for the last like 2 decades. Of like everything bowing down to Chuck Norris, like the fact that he's gone, it hits in a way. More
Yeah,
talent.
now you'll be watching Texas Ranger.
No, I'll be watching Sidekicks as well. I'll be watching, which sucks too because as I sit here, I'm looking over at a VHS copy that I have of Sidekicks, and I see him and Jonathan Landis on the front of it. And Jonathan Landis had committed suicide like shortly after this film, just a couple years later.
Yeah.
And so I just like, it dawned on me this morning when we were talking about it, I was like, shit, both of them are gone. Like that sucks. But again, time doesn't wait for any of us.
Yeah.
True.
Sorry to be a Debbie Downer. I'll go back to it.
So anyway, so we got as low as 7.3 to 8, right, for this one? And then we got for Ready or Not 2, me and Fuzzy agree that it's an 8 or above. So yeah, I would say go ahead and watch it. If you want to take somebody out with you to go watch it in theaters, it's not a waste of a ticket. It really isn't. It was nice seeing it on the big screen, especially some of the wider shots that they had to really get in, the rituals and stuff that they were trying to do throughout. And I will say this, the people that came out to set up for the advanced screening, they had where you could get your makeup done. So people had like fake blood and stuff on their faces and everything. They had a book there that you could sign because there's this book in the movie that have to have signatures in them and stuff like that. It's a whole production as part of the ritual and stuff and everything. So they had a book, they had it all nice and laid out, and we were able to get a couple hats. So we got one for Presto and one for Cypher.
What?
Yeah, we got the hat.
That's kind of original of you.
Oh, kind of original.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But they also had not just the banner. They didn't have just the full length banner. They actually had a archway of roses, very dark red roses, with blood splatter and stuff like that in the background. For people to take
So romantic.
Yeah, so romantic. So I mean, it was a nice setup. One of the nicest setups I've seen for the advanced screenings and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they had like some prizes if you had like a either a letter or garter belt or something like that taped behind your chair.
Yeah. So 3 people won something. I think it was like a gift card or something like that. They won for having those behind their seats and stuff. So yeah. So it was nice.
Yeah. Yeah, but other than that, any final thoughts?
I have a final thought. Can you get Heidi off the coffee table?
After the podcast, I'm not coming downstairs right now.
She's literally trying to say stuff.
You should be able to get her off the table. Point and tell her to get, and she should move.
Nah, she doesn't listen to her mommy.
I wonder why.
There you go. All right, so we're doing Dark Skies next week. They're making me do it.
Making you do it. Come on, it's an honor. Don't be an asshole. Jeez.
So, who wants to go first for outros?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Well, you're not going to catch me in many places for probably a few days, except for on Xbox. I'll hopefully be playing some games here this weekend. As we're hitting springtime and it's getting very toasty, I'm suddenly realizing that I got to do some stuff around the house and out in the yard so I can try and get caught up and prepped for the season. I got to make sure that my robo mower is ready to do the backyard for me, so I don't have to deal with yard work as much this year again. Which is just, oh man, it's first world problems dealing with yard anyways, and the fact that I found a hack to not have to deal with it makes me just so happy. And lazy, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, besides that, you can of course find me on Blue Sky or Twitter as Silent Cypher, as Poison Maniac dropped into the chat, or you can also find our Xbox International podcast on YouTube. Just search up Xbox International. We haven't done a full-on episode for a few months, but Louis continues to do morning shows. God bless him. And stop by there, make sure to dunk on him, give him some grief, send some funny pictures of him in precarious situations. It's always fun.
He loves dick pics.
He loves the dick pics. Make sure to send all those to his Discord. And yeah, besides that, you'll catch me in 2 weeks. Well, of course, you'll catch me here next week talking about Dark Skies. And then you'll catch me in 2 weeks on Friday hanging out on Breakfast with Boom with Fuzzy, probably Corkenstein, Crispy Rambo, whoever ends up showing up, and of course Boomstick, Mr. Boomstick. And then you'll catch me here again as well.
Nice. I don't have that many things to say because I don't really play video games and stuff.
Shit.
I said I'm going to play some Sonic on Sega Genesis this weekend.
There we go.
So I'm starting somewhere. The wife likes the older systems better than the newer ones, so sometimes we play video games together. Whenever we play Mario on Nintendo, she gets mad because I don't know all the hidden levels and jump up in the skies for rings. And yeah, really a buzzkill. So then I let her play Call of Duty, and then I belittle her. So it works out in the end. Good times. I'm looking forward to this other movie we talked about because I never heard of it. So I'm not going to watch it. I'm going completely blind. But yeah, it was fun. I don't know what the future holds for me. So yeah, that's it.
Well, I know your future holds a role for Steve or for Jogger Steve in it.
That is true.
It better. And Jogger Steve better have one of those exaggerated ball sacks hanging from the shorts like in the Jackass movies.
What if it's not exaggerating? What if it's real? Like, what if you're like, oh my God, where'd they get the budget for that? And then you find out it's just real.
Well, in that case, I just want to leave it up to movie magic and just imagine that it's fake because I don't want to actually know.
If they are prosthetic, I'll autograph them and give you them.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Deliver me a pair of nudicles. That'd be great. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, whether you want to keep them on the fridge or something, I don't know, but I'll leave that up to you.
I'll have you sign them in August. We can. It could be like mistletoe. We can just plaster it right up above like the deck entrance or something.
Oh man, that'd be a good conversation
staple
piece.
It to the wall. Yeah, it would.
Or like in Scary Movie, make them as your door knocker on your front door.
It'd be a conversation piece, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. There's so much more deeper I could go, but we'll leave it there.
Pause.
Well, for my outro, it's always awesome being on here with you guys. Kind of missed these past 2 weeks, reviewing movies and just shooting the shit with you guys. Always love doing this. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Greatly appreciate you guys sticking with us, even though we weren't here the past couple of weeks, but greatly appreciate you guys taking the time to join us and, have fun in the chat with us. Greatly appreciate it. For those that want to hear my rambles and rants on anything gaming or horror related, just follow me on social media. Just do a search for Fuzzy Belvedere. You'll be able to find me. Other than that, look forward to next Friday talking about Dark Skies. finally. Pretty good
Yeah,
movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Especially if you're into sci-fi. Well, not as much sci-fi per se, but if you're a believer in UFOs, let's just say, yeah, definitely check it out. It's gonna be a fun time next week. But other than that, working on some movie stuff for next month, and then we'll see where we go from there. What about you, Fee?
So, of course, on Instagram, you can message me and stuff like that. Follow me on Instagram. I am on Blue Sky and Twitter. Yeah, we still call it Twitter. Twitter and Facebook, but I look at Instagram more often. Besides that, as soon as we are doing the filming stuff, we will definitely put up behind the scenes stuff and everything. And as soon as we get it done, the whole thing done, we will definitely put it up on YouTube and everything. So, all right. So we're gonna say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.